This week on Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk, we take a look at short track action from Anderson Motor Speedway. We travel to Easley, South Carolina for the Riverbend Racing Museum reunion, and we take a look at racing action from Montgomery Motor Speedway. All that coming up next here on Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. Hi folks, welcome to Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. I'm Brandon Reed. We're so glad to have you with us here this week. We've got a lot of racing news to bring to you, so let's get straight to today's headlines. Justin Sorrow's late race pass turns into a late model feature win at Anderson Motor Speedway in Williamston, South Carolina. Trey Gibson goes back-to-back for his second straight late model win at Greenville-Pickens Speedway in Easley, South Carolina. Mark Wilbanks scores the modified street win in rain-shortened action at Livonia Speedway in Livonia, Georgia, and rain again washes out or cuts short racing around the region. For more on these and other stories, visit us online at RaceweekIllustrated.com. Our lead story: after a weekend off, action returned to Anderson Motor Speedway in Williamston, South Carolina, where the fans were treated to a wild night of racing with several features coming down to the final few laps to determine the winner. We start with the late models, where Kenneth Hedden was looking for his second win in as many races as the top four would race side by side looking for position on the opening lap. The fight for the lead included a three-wide battle momentarily, but it was Hedden that came away with the lead, with Eric Stokes settling into second and Austin Aker in third. Meanwhile, Justin Sorrow was on the charge, moving around R.A. Brown for fourth on lap 5. While Hedden moved away with the lead, a five-car battle began shaping up for second, running nose to tail for several laps. Lap 10, Stokes slips, allowing Aker to move to second. Stokes would continue to slide back over the next several laps. The first caution of the night came out on lap 15 when Zeke Whitman had a problem over in turn 1. Back under green, Aker would look for the lead, but Hedden was able to hold him off as the fight for the lead turned into a six-car battle. Sorrow would move to the second spot and would begin stalking the leader. The two would battle over the next several laps, with Sorrow looking time and again for the top spot. Meanwhile, back behind, Ralph Carnes moves to fourth, hoping to move himself into the fight for the lead. With 5 laps to go, Sorrow gets to Hedden's back bumper and looks for the lead. He'll get it off turn 2, and he'll move away to score the victory. Hedden holds on for second, with Carnes coming home in third, R.A. Brown in fourth, and Austin Aker in fifth. On to the BM Modifieds now, where Austin Northcutt turned a strong run in the heat race into a strong run in the feature, as he jumped out to the early lead with Casey Tucker and Will Ragsdale giving chase. Tucker would suffer a setback early and had to make up time over the 15-lap feature. The race went caution-free, with Northcutt scoring the win. Ragsdale came home in second. Tucker was third, Robert Marshall fourth, and Kelsey Roberts in fifth. On to the mini-stock feature now, where fans were treated to three-wide racing for the lead, with Brandon Seegers coming away with the top spot early on. David Darnell would settle into second, with Chad Campbell in third. Darnell and Campbell would go at it several times over the next few laps for second, with the fight being broken up briefly when Ryan Howard has an issue in turn 4. Lap 18 in the race takes a major turn when contact sends Seegers around off turn 4, bringing out the caution. Seegers will go to the rear. Race officials also send Darnell to the rear for the restart. That moves Campbell to the lead, with B.J. Thrasher in second and Ben Kay in third. Seegers and Darnell are on the charge from the back of the pack, making their way to third and fourth by the end. But up front, it's all Chad Campbell as he scores the victory. Thrasher finishes second, with Seegers in third, Darnell in fourth, and Kay in fifth. In Evergreen Renegades, Greg Darnell and Sean Campbell go at it for the lead early on as they fight for several laps for the top spot before Campbell comes away with the lead. But on lap 3, the lead duo make contact, with Darnell hooking Campbell. That sends the 49 car around off turn 4. Darnell is sent to the rear of the field by race officials for the restart. That moves Robin Darnell to the lead, with Blake Gregory in second and Jack Robertson in third. Back behind them, Greg Darnell and Campbell are on the charge looking to make up time, but both saw their nights end on lap 11. First, Darnell's car slowed suddenly in turn 1 while the duo were racing side by side. Then, as Campbell hit turn 3, his engine detonates, and he comes to a stop off turn 4. Campbell's blown engine laid down a lot of oil through the turns, leading race officials to throw a lengthy red flag for cleanup. Back underway, Robin Darnell motors away to score the victory, with Gregory in second, Robertson in third, Chris Whitfield in fourth, and Adam Satterfield in fifth. The wildest and most confusing feature of the night was the Super Renegades, as Ted Samaro jumped out to the early lead. It wouldn't last long as Rick Kelly goes around in turn 3 out of the third position to bring out the caution. On the restart, Samaro and James Johnson fight for the lead, with Samaro taking the spot, while Steve Kelly moves to third. Kelly would see his night end with a cut tire, sending him into the turn 1 wall on lap 3. He would continue on around, trailing Sparks in the South Carolina night. His evening was over. The restart would see a 3-wide fight for the lead as Whitey Suttles powered his way to the lead, with Johnson in second and Samaro in third. Lap 6, Johnson takes a hard ride into the outside wall after cutting down a tire in turn 4. His car was heavily damaged, and he's done for the night. Suttles holds the lead on the restart with Samaro in second and Rick Kelly in third. Samaro looks time and again for the lead, and on the final lap, coming through the final turn, the two make contact, sending Suttles around. The checkered flag is not waved, but rather the caution comes out. It appears that the race will restart on the last lap, with Suttles and Samaro being relegated back in the pack. But race officials decide the feature is over, and the winner, Ricky Kelly, who recovered from that lap 3 spin for the win. Suttles is credited with second, with Samaro third, David Whitaker in fourth, and Chris Hedden in fifth. The final feature of the night went to the front-wheel drives. After a couple of false starts, the feature finally got underway, with Brian King jumping out to the early lead, with Joey Kelly and C.J. Hewitt giving chase. Lap 3, Kelly powers to the lead, a spot he'll hold for the rest of the night. Caution flies on lap 4 when Austin Heil spins in turn 2. It would fly again 2 laps later when J.T. Fitzgerald lays down fluid after having a problem himself. That leads to another red flag condition to allow for cleanup. Kelly would hold the lead again on the restart, but the caution flew one more time a few laps later when Tim Irvin spun in turn 4. Up front, Kelly pulls away for the win, with Hewitt in second, B.J. Davis in third, King in fourth, and Bradley Williams in fifth. Let's hear from the winners. Congratulations, partner.
Yeah, that's the man I need to keep beating right there, the 2 car. Ralph's raced here for a long time, and he's probably one of the best out here, so it feels good to beat the best out here, and I'm right there with him now, so right where I need to be. But couldn't do it without my sponsors, J&J, and special thanks to Lee McCall and Derek at Hawk McCall Motorsports. You know, they helped me out a lot with the car and everything. So my family, everybody that gets drugged to the racetrack every weekend, just want to thank everyone.
All right, Austin, another win. Tell us about it, partner.
We actually had a little drama there before the race. The shifter fell out. My dad had to run down there and get it fixed right there before we went out. I didn't know if we were going to make it out. I thought it actually broke off, but we got out there and it was on a rail tonight. I can't thank my dad enough. He wanted to get new tires last week, and I told him just to wait till this week because we've been running so good. And the tires went away a little bit last week and we didn't get it done, and it was good to put the new tires back on, and it was on a rail tonight.
It must have looked like the water's parting in front of you when that spin happened. Tell me about your win.
Yeah, it was kind of a wild night. We just barely got by there. It was a good night all the way around. I don't think nobody got their car tore up. We spent the past month tweaking on this car. We got a little banged up last race, but it was a good win.
All right, Robin, tell me what you were thinking when you saw that tangle up ahead of you.
It was about to get messy there for a little bit. It turned out all right, though. It wasn't too bad.
Looked like you had the car pretty well hooked up tonight.
Oh, it was perfect tonight. It really was. It felt like I had big tires on it.
All right, pal, that was a wild one. Tell me about that win.
I ain't sure what happened there. I guess they throwed one of them out for spinning the other one, and somehow I won it. So I'll take it any way I can get it, though.
Hey, some nights better be lucky than good, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Another race at Anderson, another win for Joey Kelly. Tell me about it.
You know, I got me a new crew chief. Him and Bradley Williams really does a good job. I'm proud of everything they do. That's my boy right there. Get a picture on him. Beat him up. Right there. Right there. There's my crew chief. That's who does work on asphalt. It ain't the driver.
How hard was it out there? You had to start a little further back than you usually do.
No, I have to start dead last every heat race. If you win, you got to start last, and I've won all of them but one.
All right, congratulations, partner.
Thank y'all.
We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll travel to the Riverbend Racing Museum in Easley, South Carolina for JB Day's annual gathering in honor of Raymond Parks. You're watching Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. We'll be right back. For 30 years, the best of the best racers in the country have traveled to Jefferson, Georgia to fight for the title King of the Short Tracks. The fight continues at Gresham Motorsports Park as Slack Auto Parts presents the 30th annual World Crown 300 on July 4th. The fireworks will shine bright on the high-banked half-mile as Dawsonville, Georgia's Chase Elliott looks to defend his crown against fast aces like Bubba Pollard, Augie Grill, Daniel Hemrick, TJ Reed, Spencer Davis, and more. And when the action is over on the track, things will get hot overhead with a huge fireworks display sponsored by Royal Oak. Get $5 off with a discount coupon available at Slack's Auto Parts. Active and retired military and their families get in free with a military ID while supplies last, courtesy of Kipper Tools. Tickets are $30 for adults, $25 for seniors, kids 12 and under free. Go to racegmp.com for more information. Come see a king crowned at the Slack Auto Parts World Crown 300, July 4th at Gresham Motorsports Park in Jefferson, Georgia, the king of the short tracks.